All right. Good morning, everybody. I hope y'all are doing well. Um, Finally have some nice warm sunshine out there today, so I hope everybody gets out there and enjoys it a little bit. Today I am doing the class, The Power of a Handwritten Note. I just want to start off by asking you a question. Have you ever written, I know some of you write handwritten notes, but have you ever written a handwritten note and you're expecting some type of response but didn't get a response? I know I have for sure. I've written, all types of handwritten notes. We even came into the office a few times and a group of us were writing handwritten notes, our note cards, I think on Tuesdays and Thursdays and stuff. So, and I was a little disappointed that I didn't get back as many responses as I thought I would, because these were supposed to be magical. They're supposed to be handwritten notes. They weren't just something typed or mass produced. So anyway, handwritten notes are in all kinds of coaching programs right now. You hear about it through just almost every coaching program there is out there in sales. Even car salesmen are doing handwritten notes. But what if every handwritten note you sent out got a response or referral? What would your business look like? Hopefully it will grow. Today we're going to take your handwritten note from personal to powerful. So it's not just going to be a handwritten note. It's going to be a powerful handwritten note. I got this, I'm not an original person. I don't just dream of these things at night or anything. I got this from reading The 7 Levels of Communication by Michael J. Mayer. If you have not read this book yet, it is a great tool to have in your toolbox. So this stuff is in this book. Actually, on page 52 are the 7 steps. So I did not originate any of this. This is all from Michael J. Mayer, and you can refer to that book. So he gives us the steps of how to write a personal note. How to write a power note, not just a handwritten note or a personal note. So we're going to go through the steps. I'm going to walk you through them, elaborate on a few. Please, 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 if you have any comments, if you have anything to add to this, if you are already writing power notes and you are having success with them, please share, and add anything or ask questions. And then at the end, I'm going to kind of give us a challenge at the end. So are we ready to go? I'm going to share my screen and let's see. All right. Where'd y'all go? I lost you. Every time I share my screen, I lose the meeting. There it is. Okay. Now I can see you guys. All right. The power of a handwritten note, like I said, it's from the 7 levels of communication. So have you ever written a note, handwritten note, and haven't gotten a response? What if every handwritten note you sent out got a referral or a response? What would that do for you and your business? So we're going to go from personal to powerful. Hang on, I'm moving some things around on my screen so I can see everything. There we go. All right, so step 1 is going to be use unbranded cards with a symbol or monogram that represents you. It's a personal note. So you do not want to use your company logo. You do not want to use a business logo. We want to make this note personal. So we want to use unbranded cards. We want to make sure we use colored envelopes. There's a secret to colored envelopes. People will open those more often than a white envelope. And don't send brown. You know, that's a no-no. I'm just kidding. So anyway, so the colored envelopes makes it look like it's an invitation. People are going to open that quicker than anything else in your mail. I know when you walk out to your mailbox and you have something that looks a little different and unusual, that's going to get your attention. So use colored envelopes, unbranded cards with the now you can use, like, if you have a monogram or like your initial, then that is fine. But we don't really want anything with lantern on it. Don't use your lantern note cards for this. In this, just remember, we are not promoting our business. We're promoting ourselves. People don't refer businesses, they refer people. So we're making this a turning this business into a relationship. So we want to be referable to other people. All right, so number one, plain, easy cards. I've got some cards here that I use. And like, if you are, let's just say you're an animal lover, you know, everybody knows you by your dogs or your cats, or if you have a farm, or if you have like horses or whatever, you know, you can brand yourself with those type of pictures versus Lantern Realty. All right, so that's what we're wanting to use. And I've got these right here. I don't know if you can see them or not, but these are just some, I got these on sale, I think at Michael's, and it's just cute unbranded cards. All right, step two. Step two is going to be use blue ink. It looks original and it's positive. Blue is the most favored color by people when asked what your favorite color is. It just brings you joy. It makes you in a good mood. It will lift up you physically and mentally, so the studies say. So they've done studies on ink and the colors and everything and what they do to you. And blue ink is supposed to be the most cheery color because it is usually people's favorite color, some shade of blue. Also, the color blue, that blue ink also helps people realize that this is an original card. This isn't something mass produced. Sometimes with black ink, even nowadays, you can still write out black ink on your computer and just mass produce cards and stuff. So blue ink makes it look a little bit more original. Any questions so far? Pretty easy. And these are simple steps that will make a big difference. That's what I like about this. It's really easy to follow. All right, step three is going to be the words that you use. So you want to use the word you because it's all about them. We want to avoid using I, me, and my. This is not about you or yourself. This is about them, and you want to make this personal note about them. So I know it is hard not to make everything about us when we write a note. So we're not going to use the words I, me, or my, at least as much as we can. Now we might have to put an I in there or my or me in there every once in a while, and that's okay if you use it like once. I know we may have to, but it's not about you. It's the point. The point is to make it all about them. As I said, it's all about them. And so instead of I was thinking of you today, eliminate the I and just put thinking of you today. That's all you have to do. So anytime you want to use the word I, see if you can eliminate it and just not use it and just put thinking of you today. You know, whatever, just try not to use the words I, me, or mine. Step 4 is be specific in your praise. Identify and acknowledge a characteristic, a talent, or a unique quality. If you are writing a thank you note, be specific about that thing. Thank you for blah, blah, blah. Be very specific in your thank you. If there's a milestone that they have hit, or you saw something on Facebook they have done, write about that specific event, or things that they've accomplished, or things that their family has accomplished, especially if they have kids and their kids have accomplished something. Write to them about their kids. That will, put anybody over the top when you talk about their kids and praise their kids. They will remember you because you remembered that specific thing, or you pointed out that specific thing. Let's just say, it was Girl Scout cookie season last month, or even this, I know January and February are Girl Scout cookie time. If you know that their little girl is selling Girl Scout cookies, write about that. Congratulate them.
One of my faves too.
We're on the theme.
Well, and she, mom is 85 years old,
You can,
and in 20 minutes, she goes in for a retina and back surgery.
Thank you. So we want to, use praise, use flattery, find that characteristic, talent, or unique quality. This one step right here will make people know that you are listening to them. This makes them feel good. They're like, oh, they actually paid attention to me. They're actually keeping up with my life. They actually are, making an interest in what I am doing versus trying to promote us, selling houses, buying houses, and things like that. So this is just another step in building a relationship. All right, moving on. Step 5. This is the leverage. You want to leverage the power of positive projection. You want to identify a personal characteristic that you want to improve on and express respect for others who possess that quality. So it could be happiness, it could be wealth, it could be balance, it could be organization. And the best way I can explain this is by using Michael J. Mayer's example that he uses either in his book or on a podcast that I've listened to. So when he first started out, he wasn't very organized, and he wanted to be, and that was one thing he wanted to work on for himself, is to be more organized. So what he started doing is he started writing power notes to people that were organized. So you're not really writing to them saying, I really love how you are balanced or love how happy you are. You are just targeting those people that you want to improve that characteristic in your life. So if you're working on happiness, write to people that are happy, that are happy all the time. Write to people that, if you want to learn about wealth or be, work on getting wealthy, then write to those people that are, or wealthier than you. If you know someone that knows how to balance life pretty easily, write to those people that have a balanced lifestyle. So, and just using that power of projection and how that was a positive thing for them, it started making Michael more organized in his daily routines. So it's just something about that positive projection. I have to work on this one. I haven't used this step very often, partly because I didn't quite understand it, but the more I listen to it now, I'm starting to get it. So use that power of projection to change who you are and how and what you want to be. So, any questions on that? All right, moving on. We're going to go through these pretty quickly, so this isn't going to be a very long class. All right, step 6, we want to write rightly. Slope text slightly upward from left to right. And the book that they recommend is Your Handwriting Can Change Your Life by Vimalaya Rogers. I think I said that right. Supposedly, in this book, they have done studies on lots of people who were CEOs, top producers, leaders, forward thinkers, and most of them had the characteristics of their lines when they wrote, their lines would shift slightly up toward the right corner. I'm not saying like turn your paper and write kind of at a diagonal, but as you're writing your lines, just slightly go upward. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Let me stop. Y'all might be able to. It's just kind of slightly go up a little bit from left to right. Studies on the brain have shown that when you are a forward thinker or thinking of the future, you are thinking about good things, or you're being optimistic, your eyes go up and to the right. So when you're talking to somebody, kind of see if you can pick out that characteristic in them, or see if they're kind of looking up to the right, or if they're looking up to the left, but supposedly they're looking up toward the right if they're positive and optimistic people. So when we're writing, we want to share that optimism with that person that is getting our note. We want them to be positive when they think about you, or when they see that note from you, you want to project that positivity out on them. So I think someone in our firm has read or did a workshop with this, your handwriting can change your life, and they said it's very interesting. So add that to your book list of books to read. All right, the next one is, and it's the last one, is the power of the PS. We want to use a PS as a call to action. Ask the recipient to take action, such as an email, a call, or a text. And this isn't just going to be an ordinary PS. This is going to be, it's not going to just be written at the bottom of your note card. You're going to put this PS on a sticky note. You're going to put that sticky note inside your note card, and that just makes it stand out a little bit more. It makes it look more important, and like I said, it's going to be a call to action. It's not going to be just hope to see you around sometime soon, or some generic something like that. You want them to say, and the best call to action to do is this one: call or text when you get this, and then leave your phone number. So on that sticky note, you're going to say, PS, call or text when you get this note. My number is blah, 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 blah. That way it doesn't hold them to something bigger, but you're going to get a response from them. It's a small little request. So then they'll call you and go, hey, I got your note. Thanks for thinking about me. And then you can, see how the conversation goes. At least they are calling you. At least they are, the note is doing what you wanted it to do. You're wanting them to call you and think about you. And this is a great way to do it. So that is it. So to recap, our 7 steps is you want to use, where's my, oh, you want to use your unbranded cards with, just plain note cards, no business cards, no business logos or anything like that. We want to use our blue ink from our blue ink. We want to use our words you. It's all about them. Remember, be specific in your praise. Leverage the power of positive projection. Write rightly. And have your PS, your call to action PS. And that is it. Any questions about that? And anybody writing handwritten notes right now? Who writes? You can take yourself off of mute and join in. I know I try to write handwritten notes as much as possible. I don't succeed at it every day. That is my goal, though, is to write my 5 handwritten notes every day. Facebook is a great tool, social media, Instagram, to get some ideas of who to write and what to write to them, because people are always, expressing celebrations and accomplishments and all kinds of good things on Facebook, because that's where life is good. They usually don't post sad or bad things that have happened, but or if they do, if someone maybe has passed away in their family, I know people do share that they've lost loved ones. How special would it be if you just sent them a quick note saying sorry for your loss and that you're thinking about them? That simple note goes a long, long way with people, and it's a personal touch. In your PS, invite them. If it's someone that you haven't seen in a while, invite them to a coffee. Hey, let's grab coffee. Call me. Let's go get coffee somewhere. That's another thing that you can put in your call to action on your PS. I did send out, when did I send out notes? I did a bunch of handwritten notes. I cannot think. It was before Christmas. And I cannot remember what it was for, but I did the power PS I didn't do it on the sticky note. I didn't know about the sticky note, but I just did it on the, I know what it was. No, I don't. Anyway, I'd written out a bunch of power notes, and in the PS, I did say, hey, call or text to let me know you got this. And I'm telling you, I got so many texts, and I didn't get as many phone calls. I got about 1 or 2 phone calls, but it did lead to great conversation. And it might be someone you haven't talked to in a while. And we didn't really even talk about real estate. I think maybe they asked how things were going, because these people care about you and they want to know. So it can lead into a real estate conversation, which is great. But the main thing is you are just creating a relationship, which will get you referrals, which will keep you top of mind of people when they have a real estate need. So that's all I have. Anybody have any input, questions about the power notes?
Hey, Laura.
Yes.
One thing I joined late, so I'm sorry. But one thing that I heard too is that if you use a colored envelope for your notes,
Yes.
that it's more likely to get opened and recognized too.
Yes. Yeah, we went over that at the very beginning, but yeah, that's a great reminder. Use your colored envelopes. Like Lynette says, people think it might be an invitation to something. So, as you can see, I've got all of these. These are just blank. I ordered this off of Amazon, and it was it wasn't expensive at all. So these are just, I would say, maybe 3 by fives, note cards, and, you know, just to send them a quick note. Now I do, and these are not folded, these are just flat note cards with the envelope. That's for a quick note. And then I have these are these, you know, they they fold. So these are more like, you know, a card versus just something flat. So these are, you know, let's see, we've got love here. And then these are just, you know, thought these were just fun and cute for spring and summertime. And I found these on sale, like I said, at, gosh, I want to say Michael's maybe, you know, they were $20. I got them for $5. So, you know, when you go into places, just go and check it out and see if you know, find some cute note cards. Just have fun with this. Lynette, I know, has had very good success with her note cards. She and I used to meet up at the office and write note cards to our database on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And it really has kickstarted her business very, a lot. So any other questions, comments? All right. Well, guys, thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. If, you know, maybe we'll have when we are able to meet back in person, we can all get together again and have an hour of power handwritten note writing day or something like that. I know your challenge, I forgot to tell you your challenge. Your challenge is going to be write some handwritten notes today or this week. It's still just Tuesday, so you still have a few days. Set a goal for yourself. You know your time, so you know what all you have in a day. If you only have room to write one handwritten note, write one handwritten note every day. That's 5 a week. And then mail them all out on Friday, so you're not going to the mailbox every single day. And then, yeah, just send them out all on Friday. You know, if you are able to write 5 a day, that's 25 notes in a week. I mean, you could hit a lot of people in a week. So your challenge is to write your note cards, use these 7 steps, post a picture of it. You don't have to get in detail of your note card. You know, you don't have to zoom in, but just kind of from a distance, take a picture of it and post it on our Lantern website. I mean, on our Lantern Facebook page, you know, showing that you did it, or, you know, just put it on there, wrote my power note. But try to use these 7 steps. I will hopefully I recorded this correctly and you can go back. But you can YouTube, I think, the 7 levels, the 7 steps to a power note by Michael J. Mayer on his referrals podcast. So, and if you need help with any of it, I'll be glad to help you as well. So thank you guys for joining me today. I think this was a record breaking of the shortest class ever taught. So, but it was good stuff. So
It's good.
Great.
Good stuff, Laura.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
guys.
Thank you.
Have a great day, and we'll get this up in a little bit. Bye.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Thanks, Laura.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.